Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the results from Puerto Rico and Leeds, which is in the UK. So we're going to go through the results. But actually today we got even more news. So we got the news for the World's Entry Prizes as well as some other little features. So we're going to go through that as well. We actually do also have VMC Kuala Lumpur, which is VMC Malaysia to go through. So we're going to go through that as well. So starting off, we have Leeds top 8 for standard, 3 Tegria, 2 Gravidia, 1 Flagberg, Prison, and Zorga. So huge dominance of Tegria, not a single Kyrie, which is quite interesting because I would have thought, you know, Kyrie is like one of the decks that a lot of people would ought to bring, but you know, seems like UK prefers, you know, to bring anything but Kyrie. So yeah, going to the top 4, first place was the 1 Zorga. So Sergi S, I think this is Wolfren. Big Zorga fan, and it's really cool to see, you know, Zorga coming in to the top. And I think, you know, in a Gravidia filled meta, Zorga actually rises up pretty well. So seeing Zorga perform well is really cool. So congratulations, Sergi. Second was David G with Gravidia. Third was Matthew W with Flagberg, and fourth was Calum H with Gravidia. So that was Leeds for standard, and then jumping to V. So this one's a little bit different. Not a huge pie chart or a chunk of it being Steam Maiden. So 3 Genesis, where 2 of them were Astropult and 1 is Fenrir. 2 Aquaforce, split between Thalvas and Ripple. Ripple, that's very interesting. We haven't really seen Ripple in V Premium at all. More so dominant in Premium, but you know, that was the previous format. 1 Steam Maiden, 1 Vanquisher, and another DP. So I think we saw previously in one of the other regionals, DP made it to top 8 as well. So I wonder if this is the same player. So going to top 4, first place was the 1 Steam Maiden. And as to be expected, Steam Maiden is, you know, the deck to beat the boogeyman of V Premium at the moment. So yeah, it's either you play Steam Maiden or something to beat it. So first place was Brandon C with the Maidens. Second was Mike A with Ripples. Very interesting. I would have thought Thalvas would be in this, you know, slot instead of Ripple. So obviously something is going on. Third place was Fenrir, piloted by Cormac D. And then fourth was Excel with Astropods. Checking out Leeds top 8 Premium. So 2 Narakami, 2 Palmu, 1 Grand Blue, 1 Spice, 1 DP, 1 Tachi. And then jumping to the top 4, first place was Alistair M, and I think this is Sage. So Sage coming through with Night Rose, very cool. Second place was Nathan S with DP. Third was Carolus with Rising Greedon, and I think this is Sutere. So congratulations. And then fourth place was William BM with Eradicator, so the sweep command variant. Very interesting. I think there's a lot of different builds, you know, for Eradicators, but also just other picks in the meta that, you know, you kind of have to adjust bringing into certain regionals. And it's pretty surprising because I think a lot of UK people or European people play NLK and not a single one of them made to top 8. So that's very surprising to me. I would have actually thought a lot of DIs would have you know, converted, but looks like all of them just kind of flopped over and died. So that's quite unfortunate. DI is like one of my favorite clans. Would have really loved to see some DI tops there, but you know, hopefully we see it in the next ones. So yeah, that's top 4 for Leeds. Jumping to Puerto Rico. So top 8 for standard, 3 Prison, 1 of everything else. So Kyrie Nirvana, Flagberg, Bruce, and Bob Sagra. Jumping to the top 4. So first, second, and third were all piloted by the Prison. So that's 3 of 3 conversions from top 8, which is quite amazing. Very interesting because I think one of the previous regionals also had 3 Prisons as well in first to third place. And then the fourth place was the Bavsagra. So yeah, very interesting. We've had a lot of this trend. It's like, you know, 3 Tegria. Oh no, that was 2 Tegria, right? And then 2 Flagberg, and then 3 Prison, and 3 Prison, and then 3 Kyrie in the top 4. So yeah, lots of 3s and 2s and double ups. So very cool to see. So congratulations to all those players. Going into V Premium. Now this is what I expect, right? A huge chunk of Steam Maiden. So 5 out of the 8 being Steam Maiden, 2 Night Rose, and 1 Astral Poet. And then first place was Michael Kays, one of my Metafy students, coming in with Steam Maiden. Second was John Bisalen with Maidens. Third was Night Rose. Fourth was Maiden. So congratulations, Michael. Welcome to Worlds. It's going to be really fun. Hope to see you there. And yeah, congratulations to all the other players as well. Now jumping to premium, 2 Narukami, 2 Pale Moon, 1 DP, 1 Steam Maiden. I think this was Michael as well. 1 Murakumo and 1 Golds. Yeah, nothing more to say there. And then top 4 was actually won by DP. So, you know, DP, I think one of the good things about DP is that actually has a really good matchup into Narukami. Because I think Narukami struggles with Vanguard-centric decks. So, you know, DP one-shotting and, you know, just sometimes hitting for like 500k with like 6 crit or whatever it is, flip an OT and just win, right? So, congratulations Miguel Pereira with DP. Second was my boy from WCC Nominurfan with Eradicators. Congratulations, man. Third time's the charm, as you said, so hopefully that applies to me as well this weekend. Third place was Felix Lopez with Eradicators, and fourth was Michael Kays with Steam Maiden. So congratulations to all the players. Jumping to another region, so this is VMC Malaysia. So top 8, 5 Youthberg, just as big as the V Premium for Puerto Rico. Huge dominance by Youthberg, and then 1 Overlord, 1 Nirvana, and 1 Lutetia. And then yeah, that's the top 4, guys. 4 Youthberg. Yeah, nothing more to say there. Fuzzy, you had a pretty easy 15-second copy pasta of all the images, so yeah, cut out some slack. Quickest pie chart, or actually quickest graph or infographic you've ever made, hey? Alright, so yeah, that's the meta coming in for set 8, so be ready guys, stock up on your Tempest and play Youthberg. Yeah. And then we also had VMC Malaysia for V Premium as well. So 4 Gold Paladin, 3 of them being Gurgit, 1 being Spectral Duke, 1 is Bermuda Triangle, Shadow Paladin, Aquaforce, and Kagera, and not a single Steam Maiden. So I'm not too sure whether, you know, the players here in Malaysia just kind of despise Steam Maiden, or maybe find it that Gurgit's a little bit better, or maybe the accessibility to Steam Maiden is a little bit hard. I'm not actually too sure, but to see that there's no Steam Maiden is very, very, you know, mind-blowing to me, because I would have definitely thought, you know, Steam Maiden is the deck for V at the moment. But yeah, so much so no. So jumping into the top 4, first was Low Salt Yip with Gurgit, and then second was Chuhung, my boy, with Prism. This is unbanned Prism, by the way, because it's the JP ban list. Third was Yung Sung Hoi, which is Ryan Kai with Spectral Duke, and then fourth was Sharvan with Thava. So congratulations to that. Now to the spicy news. This is the stuff that we got dropped today. All right, so we got some information from the World Finals. I think we got this information already, where it's going to be held, Los Angeles Convention Center, but we actually have the attendees tab now. This is really cool. So for each of the formats that they break up, they actually show a picture of the players. So that's pretty cool. A little bit of, you know, the branding at the back with like the Vanguard circle, the names and the little, you know, icons there. I think Bushra, you really did a good job on these. Very, very cool. Definitely good to kind of put a face to a name. That's very cool. And I think going forward, this might actually be something really cool for, you know, stream editions and stuff like that. Yeah, and then, you know, Wise has its own, you know, Wise symbol at the back. Very cool, gray, you know, gray and white. Yeah, these are really cool. These are really cool. And like when you highlight over them, like you can actually see what they placed, which is quite cool. So yeah, that was one of the things that kind of got released today, but there's actually more. So we actually got the prizes announced. So for the entry PRs, so entry PR, if you're entering with, I guess, standard, or, you know, entering for standard, then you get the Sunrise Egg. V is the Bark Gooth. P, so premium, is Chrono Jan G. And then if you're entering for Weiss, you get Avatar The Last Airbender, one of the vanillas. So I'm not too sure what the entry PR is. Maybe it's like the entry PR to the venue, maybe, because it kind of makes sense, right? Because like the next one would be Free Fight. This is where, like, you know, you actually have to compete for like, you know, to earn certain cards. So standard, V, and premium all get the Will Just Over trigger. Very cool, hot stamped as well. And then Weiss gets this bear plushie, very, very cute. Now the World's Participation PR, now this is really interesting. All right, so this is where, you know, every Worlds player kind of waits to see what they get every single year. And this is actually amazing. So V Premium players get at random one of the 3 imaginary gifts. So Protect, Force, and Excel 2. And then Standard and Premium players get the Elementaria Sanctitude, so which is the PG order. That's really cool as well, with the world symbol. And then Miss Kobayashi, the PR is for Weiss. That's really cool as well. The participation playmat though, this is fire. This is really cool. Very slick design, you know, black, white, shades of gray, and then, you know, a very crisp golden border and, you know, golden, yeah, you know what I mean. Black, white, and gold. Like that color scheme gets me. So very cool. And then the Shiyoko in the middle, absolutely amazing playmat. And then this year, the champions get a one-of-a-kind card. So if you win Standard and become the Standard World Champion, you actually get the Leonorn from, I think it's set 6. I think it's set 6 Leonorn as full art. So frameless art. We'll see the full image in a sec. And then if you're playing V, you get Glendios as a full textured, well, frameless textured, you know, first place one-of-a-kind card. Premium is Chrono Dragon Next Stage. I think this is kind of bringing back, you know, the Chrono Jet premium deck set. So being able to kind of splash this in to kind of flip it is a kind of a big flex. So that's really cool as well. And then Weiss gets Hololive 0th generation. That's really, really cool. So just looking close up onto each of these cards. So this is the Sunrise Egg with the symbol. That's very cool. Barkle also having the symbol, and then Chrono Gen G also having the symbol. And then this is the Avatar, The Last Airbender. This one doesn't have a symbol though, so yeah, wonder if there'll be a symbol kind of like hot stamp on this one. That'd be pretty cool as well. And then the free fights, obviously this is the Wildress art, and then having the World Finals hot stamp, very cool. I actually really like this artwork. So very appreciative that they're, you know, putting this on for the free fight OT. And then yeah, this bear plushie is so cute. The Hololive, it's Hololive card. Yeah, very cute. The world participation, now this is really cool. So if you look at the back, the green traces into like a world, like a globe, and then it has like all the clan symbols behind it, and then like there's a drop shadow on the BCS logo. That looks slick. I think it really pops because it's like, you know, very spatial, and then kind of having like that, what's it called? Technological kind of trace. You know, like in those movies where you see like, you know, data points, and then they kind of like connect to each other, and it's like a grid looking thing. Yeah, that's really cool. So I think I really like how the V imaginary gifts are like kind of shown out. So like this one as well. So you know how like the trace is blue, and then I think this one it's yellow. So that's very, very cool. Yeah, this is popping. This is what world participation PRs are supposed to be. And then, you know, I think the art itself on Elementaria Sanctitude is just really good. And all you need to do is put a World Finals hot stamp on it, and you're done for the day. Like, it's just really, really amazing. And then the Miss Kobayashi, the Dragon Maid PR, very cool. This is going to be super expensive, I think. Actually, usually like Weiss PRs are quite expensive. So yeah, actually waiting to see what the price tag on this would be. And the World's playmat, this is phenomenal. Like, I think this is very much better than nice English, Derek. This is much better than, you know, all the previous World playmats. I think all the previous ones that I've been to, I've kind of just stocked up just as like a memorabilia. But I think this one I might actually take it out of the seal and actually play on it. So yeah, very, very cool art. Really dig the black and white and the gold trim. That is just amazing. And then jumping to the champion promos. So this is really sick. Full art of Leonorn. Like, man, do I need to say any more? Yeah, it's just super amazing. Like, wow. Frameless art. I think the last time we had frameless art was the Malkuth Melik and the Astral Poet Grade 3. So yeah, very cool to see them bring back frameless champion cards. Much appreciated. And then the Glendios one looks cool. I gotta say, Glendios has been like one of the decks that kind of I kind of go back to. And seeing the full art of this on a Champions card with a fat hot stamp in the middle, saying that I'm a champion, dude, I'd flex this every single day. Same with the Chrono Dragon Next Stage one. Wow, like impressive art. Just impressive art for a champion. That's what you want, right? And then the Hololive 0th generation. Yeah, this one's a little bit disappointing, unfortunately, because it's not frameless. I think there's been a lot of, concerns from the Y side saying, it's not frameless and stuff like that. Would really be cool to see it frameless, but oh well. I guess it's a next year thing to kind of keep in mind. But I think I want to kind of revisit the prizes. So one of the good things that they're doing for Worlds, and I think they should continue, is that all of these entry PRs, right? So, you have your Sunrise Egg, your Barkle, your Chrono Gen G. That is like your IP, right? That is like the face of each of the formats, right? So you have Chrono Gen, being the icon for premium, or like the mascot, so to say, and then V is Barkle, and then D is technically Trickstar, but Trickstar is kind of like in the background there, So trying to focus on the IP of the company is actually really cool. I think that's a really good way to kind of improve as well. Similar in Pokemon, like we see like the world trophies, being printed as a Pikachu holding a trophy. So really seeing these IPs pop is, something that, we're probably not going to get sick of, because it's something that we will always remember the format to be. But not only that, I think also having the event logo on each of these cards really makes it a memorabilia, right? Because previously we only had like the little golden ribbon, and you kind of just bring it and no one really knows what event you went to. So the fact that you have BCS 2022 World Finals, it says you've been to the World Finals, or this has been obtained from the World Finals. So kind of flexing that to your friends, and then they're like, oh dude, you went to the World Final? Nah, not really, I just bought it from my friend. That's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that all these cards have event logos is really cool. So I think going into the next year for like Springfest, and even for the next year BCS, I think having the event logo and maybe even just the region under it for like Springfest, BSF 2023 Sydney, or Jakarta, that'd be really cool, just to signify that you went to these events and you traveled to different places. That'd be really cool. But also, all of these PRs are generically available for every player, right? So obviously aside from the entry PRs, but the entry PRs are more like, the IPs of your front-facing icons of the company, right? So these are fine. You're going to an event, randoms are gonna come and, see and check it out, like what the heck's going on, right? And then you give like, one of your IPs to them. That's amazing. But like for the players, having a free fight being something that is generic, that can be used in any deck, maybe other than V1, because you can't play Overtriggers in V. But you can still play the Overtrigger in your standard deck. So the fact that you're giving, generic stuff for all players to include gives them kind of like something to remember. You check your Overtrigger and you remember that you went to Worlds, or you want to max your deck and you flex with, the World symbol or whatever. That's really cool. And then like imaginary gifts. Every V deck needs imaginary gifts. So you're giving imaginary gifts, signifying that you went to Worlds and you're being able to use these markers. That is phenomenal. And every deck will run, Elementaria Sanctitude as well. So a generically commonly used card just makes all of these promos amazing, right? champions are champions, right? Champions, you just get the glorified, one-of-a-kind, you know, special $50,000 card. That's fine. But like all of these entry ones, just amazing. So good. Generically used. Like, keep it up, Bushiroad. That is amazing. Like, that is what we want, right? Cards that we can use, you know, in our decks so that we can include them, you know, in the decks that we use. So like maybe another thing you could probably think of is like a quick shield for V, you know, or quick shield for premium. So because those are generically used, you know, across both of those formats. So maybe that's something for the future. But yeah, that's very awesome. Like I saw this at like late in the afternoon at work, and I saw this. I'm like, wow, this is some heat. This is some heat, man. So I just wanted to share my thoughts and my feelings on all of this stuff. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's been a long video. So sorry for my rambling, but I just wanted to say, Bushiroad, you did a really good job for the World Final stuff. Can't wait for Worlds. It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you like this video, pop a like, comment down below what you guys think about all the World stuff and all of the results. Let me know down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.